Ben McQueenie, and I am a student on Exercise, Physical Activity and Health at the University of Salford. This presentation forms part of a module of the module Practitioner Skills Development, wherein I will outline a role that I'm interested in and compare myself against it by producing a personal profile and a personal development plan. The role that I'm interested in is that of a personal trainer. I feel I've got quite a good understanding of the role, as I currently attend a personal training centre and I know quite a number of personal trainers. I'm now going to compare myself against the role using the results that I've gathered from some pre-done tests. Each one of these tests tells me something about myself and helps me form my personal profile. The first test that I did was from Honey and Mumford, who investigated learning styles. Their questionnaire told me that I was a reflector. This is a good aspect for a personal trainer to have, as it means that they're able to sit back more and they're able to assess a situation from all angles. This means that they might be able to assess a situation or their client's situation, be able to understand and gather data around it before they produce the plan, which means that it's going to be far more suitable for the individual. However, they're often likely to delay until they feel that they've gathered enough data, which means that the client might feel frustrated with me if I don't make a decision directly or straight away. This is something I'm definitely going to need to work on. The next test I did was a personality test from Eysenck and Eysenck, who created it in 1985. This told me that I was phlegmatic, which means that I am introverted and stable. It means I'm quite calm and laid back. This is useful as a personal trainer, as it helps me deal with the high pressures and workloads that a personal trainer can face if they have a large client base. However, it does mean that I can often lack motivation for a task, which can lead to far greater injury if I'm training someone, which is definitely something I'm going to need to work on and keep vigilant while in those situations. However, also, phlegmatics can often have limited conversational skills, which are vital for building rapport with the client. My leadership style was determined by a questionnaire developed by Lewin, Lippin and White in 1939. This told me that I had a participative leadership style, which means it's far more democratic. I will take into account the opinions of other trainers and my client when building a plan or when conducting a session. This is good, as it allows the other trainers and me to be able to learn from each other with assistance by each giving each other tips. And it also encourages creativity, which might help in adapting exercises for a client who was injured. However, this style is far more open to conflicts, as people's opinions are more likely to not coexist very well. People might have differing opinions and it could cause arguments. This leads on quite well to my team role, which I got by a questionnaire from Belabin. This means that I got the role of team worker. This means that I tend to be a good listener, quite perceptive and very diplomatic, which could help smooth any bumps in the road, so to speak, and definitely help with building rapport with the client and help interactions with the peers. When working as part of a multidisciplinary team, I might help everything run more smoothly. However, I can be quite indecisive because of this. It means that the client might feel frustrated if they want an outcome to come straight away. This also means that they're quite uncommitted, and it could be quite a drag on the motivation of a team if I'm working as part of a team. I then did a questionnaire developed by Goldman in 2001, which showed I have high emotional intelligence. This is very good, as it helps me build rapport with the client far easier, as a person with high emotional intelligence tends to be able to show more empathy with an individual situation. This also means I'm more able to approach sensitive issues like weight loss or weight gain, or however they want to do, or more confidently, as I'm more empathetic, so I'll be able to understand what I would like to hear. However, people with a high emotional intelligence often struggle with blatant displays of negative emotion. So if somebody was very angry or very upset, then I might not very well know what to do. This led me on to my intelligence type, which I did by a questionnaire from Gardner. This told me that I have quite a musical intelligence style, which is not ideal, as a bodily kinesthetic would be the best in this situation, as it means an awareness of an individual's body and the pressures around it. However, a musical intelligence could be very helpful in this situation, as they tend to think in patterns, so it might help with them developing a circuit. It could also help with their development, as people with musical intelligence tend to learn far more quickly and develop far more quickly when in an environment where music is playing, such as a gym. Now, with the areas I need to develop, I then went on and produced a personal development plan. I'm now going to detail what I need to improve and how I'm going to improve it. I'm fully aware I need to develop my presentational skills, and I can do this by basically just practice. I will be able to make presentations around each subsection of each module. For example, human physiology, I could pick respiration, do a presentation around that, and present it to my friends or family. This is going to help me improve my confidence when presenting information. It's going to help me overall increase the breadth of knowledge and in all modules on exercise, physical activity and health. It's going to increase my confidence in verbal communication, could help when I finally enter the role of a personal trainer, hopefully. It could help me build rapport. The resources, I'm going to need the lecture notes on Blackboard, Office 365, which I've already been provided by the university, and internet access, and access to the university library. To be a qualified personal trainer, you have to be on the Registry of Exercise Professionals, or REPS. While continuing on this course, I will be able to get REPS level 2 and 3 if I get above a threshold grade on the exercise design and fitness instruction module. So I'm going to aim to do my best around those two modules so I can get at least 70% on them both and gain these qualifications to become a personal trainer. I also need to increase my voice projection, so I'll be able to motivate and command without really mumbling. To do this, I could take elocution lessons, or I could just do self-help videos, which are found quite commonly online. This will help me increase the audibility of my voice so I can better be heard in a gym environment. Obviously, to do this, I will require an internet connection, or if I'm doing the elocution lessons, it will require about £30 to £35 a session. All places of work want a number of hours in work experience. To do this, I can volunteer at my local gym at the St. Peter's Centre. I already have the equipment provided, and I would just need to submit an application. Additional qualifications that might assist me in being more suitable for the role might be the exercise referral level 3, which could allow me to accept clients from general practitioners and doctors and the like. This is also available on the exercise, physical activity and health course, so I will need to aim and get as high a grade as possible. I could also improve my grades by booking onto a free university revision course, which tutors in exam technique and revision technique. This will improve my techniques, so I'll be able to hopefully perform better in exams, and if I get a higher grade, then this should increase my employability. Thank you for listening. This has been my personal development plan video for the Practitioner Skill Development module, and I will be reviewing this again in Year 3. Goodbye.